Welcome to the local soccer scene, the only place you'll find highlights and game summaries of local games from the San Jose, California area. I'm your host, RJ Castro, and I have an exciting recap of local soccer action coming your way from fields around the local soccer scene. We hope you enjoy the show and assist us in promoting and sharing the most popular game in the world and the most beautiful game ever played. The local soccer scene, where you are the highlight reel of the local soccer scene. If you're streaming online or watching us from the television, sit back and enjoy the next 30 minutes of local coverage of the greatest game on earth. Are you ready? Let's play. First, we start the show off with pre-inaugural women's professional soccer match interviews with Tiffeny Milbrett and Coach Albertine Montoya of the Bay Area's FC Gold Pride, along with first game footage at Bucksoft Stadium in Santa Clara, California. An exciting display of soccer and festive atmosphere engulfed the stadium. I hope you enjoy the experience.
We're at De Anza College watching women's soccer. FC Gold Pride.
So Tiffany, tell me a little bit about being a role model, your role that you're playing here on the team.
Well, I think what's pretty exciting for me is that, I'm one of the older ones. I might actually be the second oldest one. But I think in terms of showing, the young kids, I think, how to handle day in and day out in a preseason, what, the pro level means. Brandy and I have been there, done that. So I think, I have a lot to teach, and pass the game down to the young kids, but also to show them that what we are still doing on the field, we're still at the highest level possible, and age doesn't mean a thing. So I think that it's two things. Showing by an example, just because I'm older doesn't mean anything, and that I still, I still know how to play this game and can get up and down with even the young ones, but also passing down the experience and all the years of going through what I have, and maybe helping them through it as well.
And can you talk a little bit about what your role on the team in regards to the position on the field? I mean, where do you see yourself playing? And
I don't know that yet. I think the biggest thing for me, in regards to where I see myself on this team is just that, I just want to be on a team where what Tiffeny Milbrett does is valuable to the team. However a coach decides to use that, that's his decision and the coaching staff's decision. But for me, I think if I can come in day out and do what I think I'm best at, help the team in any way possible within my limits and the player that I am, that's the perfect scenario for me, and I think I see that happening this year. I think obviously anytime that you have players who have been at the national team level or have experience through Olympics and World Cup, they're always examples and they're always going to be leaders. Maybe some aren't as vocal as others, or some are just lead by examples. But again, I think throughout the course of a season, little tidbits like players coming up to me asking some advice, just some small things, even a mental question sometimes, because a big part of what we do is mental emotional, and you've got to learn how to control those emotions. And I think being at the highest level for many years, that's probably the biggest advantage that I have, is I know how to control mental and emotional, because I've been through the most extreme stressful scenarios you can imagine.
Well, we hope you're able to lend some of your experience to the team. Any final thoughts on just to the local crowd? You're kind of new to the San Jose area, but you're probably somewhat familiar with it. Any final thoughts about getting some people out to watch your team play? Well,
I just think that what these people need to know is that first of all, the first go around in the league, the WSA 2001 to 2003 was phenomenal. A lot of players got valuable playing time and were called into the national team because of of their experience through their club teams. But what I can tell people now is where we left off in that league. Right now, the players are even better. The team is even better than before, where we left off in 2003. So I think you can't miss any of the games because you're going to see phenomenal soccer, and the quality of the game just keeps growing. So it's going to be a very exciting team, a very exciting league for sure.
Great. And I know I'm pretty excited to have someone of your statue playing here. As you kind of saw my little one running around, and I think for all the moms and dads out there, I think it's you want to see that. You want to see an outlet for all the youth players and college players to be able to step on a field just like the men at a professional level. And so I know I'm proud of the fact that the WPS is here in San Jose in the Bay Area.
Well, if you have the talent, I mean, whether you're a male or a female, there's no way your career should be done at age 22. I mean, you're just beginning your career, and the longevity in your sport could be even 10 years or 12 years beyond that. Obviously Brandy and myself are showing that we take care of ourselves, and we live life every day. Even in the off season as a professional soccer player, you can play many years. But again, when that league went away in the first go around, it was such a shame, because I knew that so many players deserved a place to call a professional career and continue their career, and you can't just stop right when you're done with college.
Well, we're glad to have you, and we look forward to see you play on the field.
Great. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We'll see you
right.
very soon.
Okay, good luck.
Thank you.
All right.
Today's session was geared a little bit toward working on our midfield and how we're going to defend, and then actually also incorporating keeping the ball in a tight space to try to put everything together. All I'm about is possession, controlling the pace, controlling the tempo. We dictate when we want to attack, and we dictate when we want to attack at speed and recognizing when the counterattack is on. Otherwise, we're keeping the ball.
You're a local guy, from the San Jose area, from Mountain View here, and for all the kids and some of the college players and even the high school players that are looking to maybe play at the next level, how important is the fitness? How important is getting to more functional training versus just playing games all the time?
You know what? I'm a big believer more so on learning to play the game, being technically sound. This country has great athletes. We have the best athletes in the world. But if you look at the rest of the world, they win games and they play the best soccer because they can do anything they want with that ball. They're confident, their touch, their first touch. And I'm not that big on fitness. The fitness that we do is in game situations, which it forces you to become a better player, finding ways out. But for the kids, it's spend time with the ball. You've got to be able to master the ball and get out of all situations. Now, you get a great athlete that can do that. You know what? Only time will tell, and I think the sky's the limit for someone like that. Obviously, with players like myself, when I played pro, with being 5'6", I had to depend on that. I couldn't just go and run up and down the field and win aerial battles and stuff. It was all about technique. Now, you get great athletes that can do that, which is what you see in the world's game. You see an Henry or Cristiano Ronaldo that's a 6'1", almost a track athlete, but look at their skill and their confidence in the ball. And it's because they lifted the ball at their feet all through their younger years.
Well, we're hoping to see a lot of good things from the FC Gold Pride. I think women's soccer is definitely where it needs to be, out on the front page and on the front on the television set. So hopefully we get a lot of good things from the team. Any parting shots, I guess, just for the local crowd to come on out and watch your team?
Well, you know what? The thing is, this arguably is the best league in the world in the women's game. Okay, which is exciting. So now we've got the best players from around the world coming here and playing in our backyard. So I think that's an incentive in itself. And at the same time, with all these young girls playing the game now, what great role models. We've got Olympians, World Cup players, college All-Americans, all coming together, players from around the world, and it's just going to be, I think, a lot of fun to watch, and just encourage fans coming out to watch the best players.